Morning everyone, this is DeRosa. Just here in Georgia, taking a drive to take my dog to the vet on a rainy day. But I was thumbing through Facebook today and somebody posted on Facebook, if you were to be given $10,000, what would you do with it? Well, for me, I've been in real estate for 20 some years. That was an easy question. I would take that money and buy a house that gave me at least $500 a month positive cash flow with it. Well, a whole bunch, you can imagine the responses that people were giving. You know, they were giving everywhere from cosmetic surgery to pay off debt, and all good reasons that for you. But I look at it, if I've got money and I can buy an asset with that, whether it be a business, whether it be a house, what? I'd rather invest in the business or a house, for example, that pays me $500 while the tenant is paying the rent. I'm putting $500 in. Now that asset is producing. I can take, if I want cosmetic surgery or I want to pay off debt, I now take that $500 and pay off the debt with that, where my tenant or my tenant buyer or the person in the house that is renting from me is paying for that, and I don't have to do that. So someone said, well, how can you spend $10,000 and buy a house? Well, the reality of it is you can get somebody to give you a house for free. They can just sign over the deed. It's called buying a house subject to the existing financing, and it's a very long drawn out process, but it's actually quite simple when you get down to it. But it's a process sometimes people tend to overcomplicate. Overcomplicate. But it's really quite simple. Someone that has a need to sell, they need to get out from under their home, whether it be a death, foreclosure, 2 payments, medical bills, probate, whatever the case is. They just don't want the house any longer. So they're willing, in order to get that burden off their shoulder, they're willing to give the house away, literally. Well, in most cases, people aren't gonna, that have good credit, that have a want to sell, but not necessarily a need to sell, they're not going to do that technique. They're not just going to give you their home. So the people that tend to do that, not everybody of course, but the people who tend to do that are people who have that motivation. So they're usually behind on payments, maybe taxes, mortgage payments, so on and so forth. So there's a real motivation. So that's what I would spend the $10,000. You got closing fees, you've got some possibly reinstatement. Now, someone said on there, well, you can take the mortgage payments and you can modify the loan, or you can take those back payments and put them on the back of the loan. Yes, you can do all of that, but here's the challenge is not all banks will do that. So if you've got the $10,000, then that's what you're going to use it for. So any of you that have a little bit of money out there that want to invest in real estate but think you need good credit, think you need lots of money in the bank, that simply isn't true. You just need to learn how to buy properties using a technique called subject to the existing financing. So, I mean, I thought it was interesting to get all the responses, and, you know, I mean, people will spend their money however they want, but I'd like to maybe help someone that changed their way of thinking that, hey, if I bought this asset for $10,000 and the asset produced income for me, I can take the income from that and do all these cool things, buy a car, pay off debt, get cosmetic surgery, all that stuff. So that's what so one of the guys asked me to do, or I told him I would do a video on this. But if you're interested, what you're looking for is you're looking for people that are motivated to sell. They have a true motivation, that are willing to just literally sign over the deed to you. Now, some of you may not understand that, but that's okay. Just understand, I've been doing this 20 years. I've bought hundreds of homes like that. Just understand that people do it. It is possible, and they do it every single day. But you just have to do it right. You just can't go have somebody sign a deed. There's a lot of things that go into that to do it properly. So if you are interested in stuff like that, get yourself some good education on the techniques subject to the existing financing, so that you do it right, so you can service the loan, so you can do all that stuff, so that it doesn't come and bite you in the rear end. But it's probably one of the most powerful techniques in real estate today. So hopefully that helped. If not, if you want to shoot me an email, DeRosa5@gmail.com, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. All right, thank you very much. Have a good day.